One of the primary motivations that's pushed me to incorporate social media into my teaching is through the goal of increasing relevancy in the presentation of material. The education literature suggests that both engagement and motivation lead to student learning, and that relevancy is a tool for increasing both student engagement and student motivation to learn. Relevancy itself can be established through a number of different ways, including a connection to local issues, everyday applications, discussion of current topics, and simply relating theory to practice. As an instructor, I'm faced with the desire to continually update and improve upon my materials in hopes of creating relevant material for my students, but there's a fundamental challenge associated with the time involved in this process working against other constraints on a faculty member's time. Social media tools are one of the ways that I've been able to overcome the challenge of time constraints, yet still be able to continually find and develop new ways to increase the relevancy of material in my courses. I consider my usage of social media in what amounts to three different stages. I use RSS feeds and Twitter to generate relevant teaching ideas. I use both Twitter and a blog to store those ideas, and then a blog with a tagging feature used as a cataloging system to easily access those materials for incorporation into my course when the time is right. There's a vast amount of information being shared online, and through an RSS aggregator, I'm able to access a wide array of information from just one site. While there are lots of RSS aggregators available, I have adopted the use of NetVibes. Through NetVibes, I am able to organize and categorize feeds that are interesting and potentially relevant to me and my courses. On my NetVibes page, I have news sites, blogs, news feeds from professional organizations, scholarly journals, and popular magazines that are all pulled into a single, fully customizable and personal page. Twitter is another social tool that I use for collecting information and ideas. The individuals I follow on Twitter are vast and range from friends to news organizations, and from fellow academics to industry professionals. Most of the Twitter access comes from when I am on the go, accessing through my mobile phone. But individuals I follow and their posts have given me lots of current and relevant ideas for incorporation into my teaching materials. When a tweet seems like it is relevant and or it has potential to be incorporated into my class materials, I simply retweet it, thus saving it on my own profile page that I can later access and use in my course materials. The final stage of this process involves the use of a blog. One of the biggest challenges I have faced is not necessarily the collection of ideas and articles, but being able to later find the article that I was looking for when it is time to incorporate it into the class material. By creating a personal blog, not necessarily for others to access, but for me to post an article, to link an idea, or to start brainstorming a teaching idea inspired by something I found on NetVibes or Twitter, and then tagging the post with all relevant subjects. I can later sort by those categories and easily find the material for which I'm developing a new teaching idea. It makes the process very simple and fairly streamlined. But for me, the most valuable aspect of using these social media tools has been allowing me to efficiently continue to work on increasing the relevance of the materials to students in my courses. And that is one of the ways in which I have used social media in my teaching.